Thank you for joining us. This is the car show on Eastern, hosted by Celebrity Cars. Today, Rick brought this cutie MR2. It's been a while looking at this little tiny one. So, the first, I made this mistake beforehand and open up the hood and there's no engine. I'm like, how does this car run? And this is the engine. So let's talk about the engine first.
Okay. Yes, the engine's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4-cylinder hooked up to a 5-speed manual transmission.
Mm-hmm. And I heard there's a little story behind this car that it was not in a good condition to run.
Oh, that's true. It was stolen from a friend of mine's driveway, and the thieves beat it up, blew it up, broke most of the glass, and danced on it. And I came across it, won a little bet, put it back together, and ended up in this condition. All of the restoration is what I did.
I heard that bet was for such a limited period of time.
Oh, yeah. Sam said if you can get it running in a week, it's yours. So I called Watanabe out in California, and they sent me a motor, and I picked it up and put it in it. It's in the middle. First one I ever didn't have a book, so I used the Corolla book. It's a Toyota. Yeah. It's got Lotus Heritage. They were involved in initial concept, and I think Toyota had the money and Lotus had some of the design work. So it's kind of a classic in the auto world, I think.
So with the engine and Lotus history, sounds like it's a little bit more than the street car. What do you do with this car?
I like to autocross it. Autocrossing is a lot of fun. You can go as quick as you feel like. It's generally safe. You're in a parking lot. It teaches you car placement, a lot of things. I think young people could benefit from autocrossing.
Yeah.
It's a car skill. Driving is... I was watching people couldn't back up and park yesterday at the DMV. I was amazed. It's just a car. Drive it. So you learn things. Autocrossing is a lot of fun. And this is a fun autocrosser.
For anyone who wants to get into the autocross scene, what's the first step?
I would go to their website, LV, if I may. It's LV, Las Vegas, LVRSCCA. Las Vegas Region Sports Car Club of America. And Google that and their schedule. I think the next event is actually coming up is on March 25th. I just looked. Yeah. And they're having like a little training session Saturday and then points on Sunday out at the Speedway.
Oh, nice.
So, and there's an online thing where you can get some understanding about car placement, driving, deceleration, weight shift, things in that realm. Yeah. So when you go out, you kind of have an idea of what you're going to be doing. It's mostly you stay in second gear, maybe third.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty tight. You're basically working within a parking lot. So it's a lot of fun. And then during your session, you're driving, and then when you're not driving, you watch the cones for the next drivers. And at the end of the day, everybody picks up the cones and plans to meet again. And they do some places like I've been to Prim and the Speedway, Sam's Town, Silverton, and I plan to get to Utah this year.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
It's nice that not everybody owns just a shiny car that let it sit in a parking lot. It's really, really nice to see a group of people who actually enjoy being behind the wheel and don't really mind a few scratches on the car, and let's drive it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I think it looks pretty good I call it an 8-footer. It looks pretty good from 8 feet.
Yeah.
And that satisfies me in that realm. But yeah, it is great fun to do that, driving. I grew up in the Midwest where we had snow and ice, and you had to learn to kind of float. Yeah, so it's autocrossing kind of an opportunity to do that again.
Yeah. Did you do work on suspension by any chance?
I did. I put in E-box springs in and adjustable shocks and some minor suspension adjustments a little bit to get it to turn in a little bit better. It's still, this car has a tendency to snap a little bit. The rear end breaks loose a little bit. So it makes it exciting.
Yeah. Anything else that you worked on that's not on stock condition?
No, really, that's it. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So mostly all stock, except for the suspension work. Well, and the rebuilt motor from California.
All right, great having you here. Thank you so much for sharing your information.
Thanks a lot. It was great fun. Thank you.